Okay, let's take a look at example 5. And these are some of the key things I want you to take from this particular problem. Whenever you get equations like this that they want you to isolate the variable, if the variable that they want you to isolate is inside the radical sign, that will tell you that the components on the left side will always have to be squared in a way. So let's write this one down here. So my d is equal to radical 3h divided by 2. Now you know for sure that if I want to remove the radical sign, because I can only get the h if it is outside the radical sign. Now to do that, it's going to require you to square this. You know, if I square this side here, then I have to also square this side here. If I do that, the radical sign will go away. And therefore, my d squared will be equal to 3h divided by 2. And now I can do a simple cross multiplication. That means that 2d squared will be equal to 3 times h. What do I want? I want h. Therefore, I divide this by 3. I divide this by 3. This will cancel that. And therefore, my h will be equal to 2 over 3 d squared. So always remember, whenever you have to isolate a variable sitting in a radical sign, if it is a simple square root sign, that means if you square the entire thing there under the square root sign, that sign will go away. But remember, the square root sign here, x is the same as x to the power half, right? So when I square this and I square this, this becomes x to the power half times 1, which is equal to x to the power 1, which is equal to x. So whenever you square a number in the square root sign, the square root goes away, and then you get what you need. Therefore, in this particular case, your h is equal to 2 over 3d squared. So let's go. But obviously, this cannot be correct. This cannot be correct. 2 over 3d squared. So this is possibly the only option that satisfies this requirement. So your answer is C.